Hello and welcome to our introduction of Year B books for the Catholic Biblical School of Michigan. I'm Catherine Torgerson. I'm on the faculty with this school, and I'm here today in my role as Director of Curriculum to give you sort of a visual walk through our book list. The book list is available on our website with descriptions of each book, and you can also order books online. Now, some people find reading on a computer screen hard, so if you go to the online order form on our website, you can print up the book list in a paper form. You find this information on our website on the Participants tab and then go to Year B. I'm not simply going to repeat the information that's found there, but give you a few other insights for what we have and show you the books. For Year B, there are 4 books that we require everyone to read. The first is your summer reading book, Sitting at the Feet of Rabbi Jesus. This will give you an introduction to the religious and social culture of the New Testament times. It's things that Jesus and his disciples and the early gospel authors all took for granted, but that we may not know. We do start the year reading the Gospels, Mark, Matthew, and Luke, and that is what our second required book leads you into. That is a book on just the Gospel of Mark in the Catholic Commentary on Sacred Scripture series. This is a fairly new commentary series that's been published over the last 10 years or so. It does a wonderful job of bringing in church tradition, writings of saints, as well as application for us today. It is a verse-by-verse commentary that will help you go much more in depth than a study Bible will. We actually recommend you might want to start reading this over the summer too to kind of loosen your workload in the fall. The third required book is a study Bible. You need a Catholic study Bible. And if you haven't bought one in the last 10 years, this is a great opportunity to do so. There's been wonderful increases and improvements in translations and footnoting, so this is a great time to upgrade. If you want something specifically on the New Testament, there is the Ignatius Catholic Study Bible New Testament. You may be familiar with some of these works from Year A. They had individual volumes for some of the Old Testament books. The New Testament is complete in one volume. What's wonderful about this, if you haven't seen it, is the volume of commentary that comes with it. So I just opened here to a random page. This is the text. And then this is the footnotes that delve into the catechism, the writing of the saints, etc. So this is an all-around good resource to have. If you are looking for a complete study Bible of Old and New Testament, there is information about ones that we sell and that we recommend on our website. The fourth book that you need, you already have, and that's the Holman Bible Atlas. So don't lose this over the summer. Keep it where you know you can find it so you'll have it ready for Year B. So that's the start. Those are the 4 books we want everyone to have. The summer reading book, which comes with discussion questions you will find online that you will discuss at your first class in the fall. Then the Gospel of Mark by Mary Healy, a Catholic study Bible, and the Holman Atlas. After you read Mark, Matthew, and Luke, you read Acts of the Apostles. Acts of the Apostles has a lot going on, so we want you to have a reference for Acts as well, but we're giving you a choice between 2 options. The first option is a 2-volume commentary. It is Envoy of the Messiah and Witnesses of the Messiah. This is for people who just want a quick introduction. So when you look at this, it has some study questions. It has a big font. It's not going to go into every verse. And so it's a good overview companion to Acts. The other option is from the Catholic Commentary on Sacred Scripture. Verse-by-verse commentary, more in-depth for people who have more time and more interest in reading. When we get to Paul's letters, again, we want you to have a supplement to help you navigate Paul. So there are several options. If you already bought You Can Understand the Bible by Peter Kraft, you're set. 5 to 6 page introduction to each of Paul's letters. If you want something just on Paul and didn't buy Peter Kraft's book, we have Meeting St. Paul Today by Daniel Harrington. This again is an overview book, large font. It gives you 5 to 6 pages per letter. And then if you really want to dig into St. Paul, Apostle of the Crucified Lord by Michael Gorman. So this is a much more dense read, as you can see, much smaller typeset, but it is a classic text used at a lot of seminaries and colleges for studying Paul's letters. So if you really want to dig into Paul or have a great reference book on your shelf, that's one to get. We also have other optional books for the letter to the Hebrews that you read at the end of the year, as well as the Gospels of Matthew and Luke. And for the Gospels, again, we are suggesting options. There is the more overview option that's in the same series as those for the overview books of Acts that won't go into every verse, may not cover every single chapter, but will give you some good big picture ideas to think about. And then we also have the 2 books out of the Catholic Commentary on Sacred Scripture series that will help you with a more verse-by-verse commentary. So hopefully this helps to give you a good introduction to the books for Year B and get you set to think about what you want for your Year B studies. You certainly don't need to get all of them right now. You may want to start, see how the Gospel of Mark goes, and decide from there what you want to do for the other Gospels, for Acts, and for Paul.